is we've been doing some looking at some times to what's best for doing AMAs, and I think we've determined that maybe Wednesdays and Sundays. We've looked at a lot of other token AMAs and when they're doing them. So I think that Wednesdays and Sundays will probably be what we go to. And starting on this Wednesday, we'll start doing our video that gets posted to YouTube. So we're going to get that started here in the next AMAs. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the updates. So Digifinex trading began yesterday. It went pretty good out the gate. We ran out of liquidity. We put about $25,000 of liquidity over there for trading, and everybody bought it up and nobody wanted to trade out of it. So a very good out the gate showing at Digifinex, and now we're just working to get more liquidity there so we can resume trading. So that's a good deal. We've got Bilaxy, Bitbox, Digifinex, Hotbit, and LA token will be coming next week. First thing sometime next week. So be looking forward to that. We launched our news portal. The BankSocial News Portal is live, so you can go to news.banksocial.io to stay up with latest news, happenings, and QA highlights. One thing I wanted to talk about real quick was our inclusion and our bringing on really moving one of our advisors into a more front-facing role, and that's Travis. You guys have heard me talking about Travis. Travis has been on these chats for the last several weeks. He's going to now be one of our he's going to be our CSO. He's going to be our Chief Strategy Officer. And so I've had a lot of chats with Travis and Joey and the team over the last several weeks, and we just see eye to eye on so many things. The ideas and strategies that he brings to the table, they're just they're very much in line with where we want to go. And so with that, I'll introduce a new strategy and a new switch that we're making in our strategy. So up to this point, we've been really focused on buy. So pushing people to the website, pushing people to Uniswap, pushing people to exchanges to buy the token. We're going to switch from buy to why. And so the goal of buy to why is to really give people the understanding about what BankSocial is. No longer are we just looking to Sorry, I don't know if I cut out there, but no longer are we just looking to show people that the buy is the important thing. The why is the important thing now. And so what we're looking at for next week in this transition is creating several stories, several use cases that help people understand why BankSocial is what BankSocial is. And so, doing things like explaining the mortgage process, doing things like explaining the solar loan process, how that'll work, but as well as showing people how the ecosystem works with, basically our peers funding those loans and benefiting as far as the interest is concerned, benefiting from those loans. And we feel like switching from buy to why is gonna make have a tremendous impact on our ability to show our peers and show people outside of the community why BankSocial is where they want to be, why BankSocial is where they want to stake at. And so that's going to be a real big push. We'll be releasing a lot of great content early next week, mid next week, maybe a little bit. We want to put the right content together, but definitely next week we're going to be releasing this why strategy over the buy strategy, and creating several videos, creating explainer videos, creating content. And then what we talked about in our strategy was, right now when we go to influencers, and this is pretty much for every token that's out there, every token is basically just saying, go buy, go buy, go buy. And we want to say why, and show people why. And we've got several great partnerships that we're in the process of finalizing and announcing. Just another way to get our influencers to be able to, instead of saying, hey, do you want to make $1 million, go to BankSocial. Not that we don't appreciate those influencers and what they've done, but there's a message that's different that really helps people buy in to what the community is about and what BankSocial is about. And so that's our primary focus. That's our new goal and our new strategy and focus for the next few weeks. Because once we get these videos created, once we get this content created, then we can have our influencers back that up and say, here's what BankSocial really is. Focus on that. So we feel like that's a much stronger strategy than the latter. So that's quick on that. New network. So if you guys have been in the chat room, you'll see that the Binance Smart Chain, we've started doing the testing for the snapshots. The snapshots are all looking good. We had several people last night from the main chat and the whale chat confirm that their token counts were on there and their token percentages were correct. So that's all looking very good. All we're waiting for right now is the Binance, the BSC scan verification of the token icon so that when people come on the BSC chain, they can see that. But we're in the process of getting that done. I feel like we'll have that done any day now, and we'll be ready to do that. So just make sure that you understand that what we're going to do is we're not going to tell anybody when the snapshot's going to be, because we don't want any games or playing around. But it'll be 2 snapshots. It'll be one right before we launch the token on PancakeSwap. We'll take a snapshot, and then a couple weeks later, we'll take another snapshot. So you won't get your airdrop until about 2.5 weeks out from after we launch on BSC. And once we launch on BSC, if you hold or increase your bag size, you will get, we're thinking right now, anywhere from 15 to 20%, probably looking closer to 20% of the tokens on the BSC side will be held back. And then if you don't reduce your bag size between the first and second snapshots, you will get your BSC token airdrop that we hold aside, okay? If you do decrease your bag size between those 2 snapshots, then you will not get any tokens, okay? Even if you just decrease 1 token or you do something, you will not get any BSC airdrop tokens, okay? So just be real cognizant of that. We're not going to go back. We're not going to change the rules on that. What will happen is, let's just say you're a 5% wallet holder and you sell 1 token and your count goes down. We are going to take that into account, and that 5% will be redistributed to everybody else. So don't do that. Don't take out your tokens. Don't do that. Don't move them around. Don't do anything like that. Keep them where they are. The only acceptable movement in your token, in your wallet, is to purchase more tokens. That's the only thing that will keep you in the running for additional tokens. So I just want to make that very, very clear to everybody. Okay. Really quickly, we've released some step-by-step videos on how to add BNB to your MetaMask wallet to help any newcomers out there get started. Remember that you don't have to move your tokens into another wallet. Your wallet is your wallet. All you have to do is, if you're on Coinbase or if you're on one of these other wallets that don't have BSC on them, you can just take your passphrase and you can utilize that passphrase in another wallet front end, like Trust Wallet. Import your wallet in there, and you don't have to send any tokens anywhere and lose any tokens as part of the movement of tokens. So you can just import your tokens into the thing. Right now, if you want to move tokens right now, you can. I will make an official announcement in the next couple days saying, okay, the drop is very close. Now don't touch your tokens. But I'm just giving you guys a general idea of, once we make that announcement, you don't want to touch your tokens. So do anything you want with your tokens right now, but once we make that announcement, it's going to be beneficial for you not to touch your tokens. But again, remember, you can always take your passphrase. You can always take your passphrase and import your passphrase to another wallet application. So the Ethereum wallet that you have that lives on Ethereum has a passphrase, and you can look at that in 5 different wallets at the same time. The same wallet can be viewed in Trust Wallet, can be viewed in Coinbase Wallet, can be viewed in MetaMask Wallet. You can have the same wallet on 5, 6, 10 different applications. Okay, so all Trust Wallet is, all Coinbase Wallet is just a front end to view your wallet. So you can just basically take your passphrase. So we have a video out there. Go look at that video. I'll have Adam or one of the team members drop that into the chat real quick right now. So partnerships. Let's talk about partnerships. We've got some great partnerships coming down the pipe. We're going to be working to finalize some. I'm not going to give any dates or timelines because these things are serious. These aren't just this isn't just FUD or FOMO that we're trying to put out there. These are serious partnerships. They're serious strategic partnerships with real companies, and they're gonna happen. They're just we're just working through the final details of how do we announce it, when we announce it. But we actually we have those partnerships, the first few partnerships solidified. Now just working through the details on how and when to announce them. So be looking for those. We've also got a strategy for getting to lending much faster with some other products aside from just solar. And so we will be making those announcements when they're ready and when they're prudent. But several partnership announcements are in the final stages of being announced, and we'll be announcing those very, very, very soon. So we're very excited about those. That's probably one of the things we're, aside from the buy to why strategy that we've switched to, the partnership announcements are another catalyst to the fuel that we're going to be injecting into this machine here in the next several weeks. So we do have some needs. We're growing, and we need volunteers with specific skill sets to join the team to help us grow. So if you have graphic design, video editing, Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, Final Cut Pro, any professional editors, please reach out to us on support.banksocial.io. There's an article in there called "How Do I Join the Team?" It's got several links. We'll post that link as well here. We'll post that link in here as well, just so that everybody can see it and everybody can get an idea of how they can join the team and help us. We have a new internal AMA schedule, as you guys know. So the BankSocial Triple Play Q&A will now be on. We originally were thinking Saturdays, but I'm thinking Sundays are probably better. I think a lot of people are out with their families on Saturdays. So probably Sundays and Wednesdays. We'll make an official announcement, but Sundays and Wednesdays. Our next AMA will be a video AMA, more like a newscast style AMA. This week we did 3 external AMAs with other groups. It turned out really good. We had several hundred members from those groups join permanently, real people. I know that there was a look at yesterday. There was the visibility of bots coming in, but we verified a significant portion of those people by clicking on their names and actually having conversations with them. And what it turns out happened is that there was a guerrilla marketing group that we had engaged. We didn't think they were going to be able to bring in so many real people, but they were able to bring in so many real people. And the majority of those new users, I'm not going to say all of them, because I'm sure that there are bots that join the group from time to time, and probably, anywhere from 20 to 30% of our group is probably, just like with any other group, it's probably bots. But we do know, we have confirmed that most of the people yesterday, vast majority of those, were real people that were responding. So we feel like that guerrilla move was a really strong move. But we do have some. So we're scaling back on the AMAs, external ones, but we're still going to do them. We're just going to do them with extremely large groups. So we have one coming up next Friday with Satoshi, the Satoshi Pump group. And the Satoshi Pump group is basically 80,000 members strong. Their AMAs have anywhere from 16 to 20,000 active members participating on them, and they've shown us some metrics that we are really excited about. That deal. Really quickly, also, if you guys notice, we've been reaching out to influencers. We got David Hasselhoff. I know it's a cameo, but the great thing about those is that it's through a legit platform. The people really care about their image, so they vet any project that comes across their desk. And we've been working on these for for weeks. It's not just something where you pay them and then they do it the next day. They actually, whenever a business is involved, they work significantly harder to vet the business. So I'm sure that David Hasselhoff has actually looked at BankSocial and what BankSocial is. And so now we're in David Hasselhoff's head, as well as you guys are going to see. There's going to be some more announcements coming out this week about some strategic partnerships that we've got some, just as amazing as David Hasselhoff is, I feel like we have some people that are probably more influential, both as an investor and in the crypto space, that are that have looked at our project, that have accepted our project, and that will be putting together videos for our project. So very, very exciting there. I'll quickly touch on a contest giveaway we have going on. So we have a 5X community, 5X the community contest. Very simple. Like and share the post in the Facebook group when you see it goes live. Share the Facebook group with as many people as you can and get them to join. And then the most accepted invites win. So we'll award first, second, and third place prizes, merchandise, public shout outs, things like that. You can share our Facebook group on all social media platforms to win, but new members to the group are what count. We'll post some links to our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, and Telegram, and we'll go ahead and get on to the AMA portion of the chat.
All right.
So if you have any questions, go ahead and raise your hand.
Yep, go ahead and raise your hand. We'll use the raise hand feature. Just wanted to asterisk here, the Satoshi group that we're targeting is the Satoshi Club, not a pump group.
Sorry,
the Satoshi
sorry.
Club.
Sorry, Michael.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, we'll work on getting those details settled with them. So yeah, use the raise hand feature and we'll get your question asked here. Chat has been turned back on, so you can ask a question in chat as well. All right, go ahead, Mike. You'll have to unmute yourself and then ask your question. Mike, you'll have to unmute yourself, Camarillo.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next question. If he comes back, we'll.
All right.
Mike Carmelo.
There we go. Got another one.
Okay, Mike Caramello, go ahead and speak, unmute yourself, and you can talk. Maybe we're having another problem with Fast Tracker. Go ahead. Unmute yourself and speak.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Hey, John. So
Hello.
I just wanted to touch base on, I think that's great how you have the, how we're kind of switching to the why, and how you guys are going to start basically promoting what the purpose of the business is, so people can get excited on that aspect. Do you guys have a timeline on, in regards to like videos that you're producing to, explain BankSocial's loan process, and maybe an update on the block score that you guys are doing?
Yeah, we are starting on those first thing Monday morning. They're not going to be, it's not, what we're doing is not extremely complex. So we're thinking probably, I hate putting timelines on things because then it just creates FUD and, but we're starting on those on Monday and we'll have them done very quickly. They're not very complex projects and processes. So we'll have those done very, very quickly.
Yeah, thanks. I think that will help the community with kind of getting excited with what you guys are doing. I mean, I love exchanges and volume and all that. That's great, of course, but I'm more excited about what the business is actually doing versus, what exchanges are doing. I want us to grow with exchanges, but I'm excited what you guys are doing with the business side.
Well, it's very important because without it, we don't really have the, our influencer messaging is always the same. Come here and 10x your money. And that's not what we're about. Like, this is a long-term project where we're going to have, real value created long-term. But people need to understand that. They need to get in on it, even if they're not coming in to stake value, because half of our customers are people who are going to be taking out loans. And even those people right now are valuable to have in the community. It doesn't just have to be people who are looking at, purchasing the token. It can also be people who are waiting in line to get loans. And so we really want to start going after, all of our, what we call in marketing, personas that we're targeting for, use of the product. And really it's two personas. We have the token stakers who want to stake on the token and be the bank. And then we have the people who want to get the loan. And then we have the third persona that is like in between, who does both. So that's really what we're focused on right now, is going from the buy to why. And we feel like it's going to have a tremendous impact on our next few weeks and our ability to get influencers to really get behind the product.
Great. Thanks.
Thanks so much. Okay, I just unmuted somebody. I can't pronounce your name, unfortunately, but if you unmute yourself, you can speak. If you raised your hand and I unmuted you, you must unmute yourself to speak.
Hey, John, Michael here. You unmuted me a little while ago. Appreciate all the updates. I'm curious regarding the partnerships. I know you're intentionally vague as those things are being solidified, but can you speak a little more around the partnerships themselves? Are they like specifically influenced or specifically related to new businesses that will effectively pertain to lending? And about how many are we currently looking at?
I won't get into specific names, but I can tell you that we have specific businesses in the solar space, and we've got some other announcements in other lending spaces that we will be announcing very, very shortly. I just don't like putting the names out there, because then people go out and start looking at things and trying to they create things in their mind that we didn't say. And so we don't want to do any of that until we're ready to make the exact announcement. But the first announcement will be regarding solar, and it will come as fast as we can get it here. But it will be a real partnership with a real company, and it will be a mutually announced partnership. It won't just be us on one side saying something. As well as those announcements around the why to buy, or the buy to why, that we can start putting all together, and giving influencers really something to speak about, like telling people, have you seen what BankSocial is doing? Like, forget the 10x your money part, right? That's done. Have you seen what BankSocial is doing and how they're changing the game for lending, like for buying a house? Look at this video on how they're going to allow friends to take loans from friends and buy a house. Boom. Right? How much better of a message is that? Same with the solar side and some of the other stuff we're doing, and then being able to package all that together with influencers. The impact is 10x, 20x from just saying, hey, go, because then people are less likely to look at the chart, right? Like, we don't want people just looking at the chart and saying, it's not mooning, I'm not getting in. We want organic growth. We want people to look at it and say, wow, this is amazing. I'm in this for the long haul. And I think everybody here has taken that approach, right? And that's what we want. We want more people taking that approach. We're really not interested in people coming in and looking for how they can pump and dump this. We really don't want that.
Definitely. No, I think it's very strategic how you guys are approaching this. And one last question: as you're identifying the personas of potential customers or investors or a combination of the two, are you looking at influencers and marketing groups or other partnerships that are in line with those personas, or they're just, or are you looking at just really big names, or both?
We are looking at both, and the purpose of looking at both is really to, because sometimes we can find communities, like you said, that are both investors and people who can help 10x the community or 5x the community with their outreach and with their community. And so it's really both. It's really a combination. I know that there have been some pro athletes who we're again, that we want to switch from go fire from the hip to let's be strategic about what we're doing. Let's take the right shots with the right people and make the right moves. And so that's something that is going to take more careful planning and strategy, and getting athletes on board, for example, who have communities that follow them, but who are also stakers and believe in the long-term value of the project. That's a win for everybody. That's what we're going for here in this next phase.
Amazing. Awesome. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thanks so much.
All right. That's 12:30. We want to take any more questions, or
no?
Actually, we have one question here in chat. We did have one that popped up in chat. Why would you choose BankSocial versus a traditional bank for lending needs? What's the incentive to use us versus an average buyer or borrower? Sorry.
Right, and so that's the real key here, is that because we are not a bank that has all this overhead that a traditional bank would have, and because we can reduce overhead with technology, we can offer more competitive products to the community, that the people who come in to take lending. And so in addition to that, when you take a loan out, the people who you're paying back are not CEOs and banks. They are your friends. They are your family. And so those two initiatives combined, we feel will really incentivize people who are coming in and looking at loan products around, just around the world, why they want to be here versus somewhere else.
All right. Well, I think that's good.
Fantastic.
So we'll do the next one on Wednesday.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all very, very soon.